So triplets and turns. I thought I'd go through each of these slowly so that you can see how they're similar and how they differ. They tend to get used in the same places. They have a similar effect of making the melody kind of smoother, kind of emphasising the smoothness of the melody. But with a little bit of fiddling around, pardon the pun, with the rhythm, you get kind of two ornaments for the price of one. So that's why I like to look at these triplets and the tones together. So starting with the triplet, I'm going to demonstrate on a C sharp, and the idea is that instead of having one long C sharp, I'm going to divide the note equally into three, and I'm going to start with the C sharp, go up a step and back to where I started, like this. So I'm going C sharp, D, C sharp. So all in one bow, makes it a little bit easier to coordinate. And if you were to put that in a scale, you might go from an unornamented version to an ornamented version. And it just gives you a little flourish in the middle. You could try that on any of the notes in that scale, going from D, C sharp, B, A. You could have, or so good places for those is on a descending scale, or if there's not an exact scale, then places where the intervals are quite small. Taking that triplet and turning it into a turn, all you're going to do is you're going to change the rhythm of what you're doing. Instead of three equal notes, you're going to make the first note a little bit longer, and then you're going to have to make the last two notes a little bit shorter to fit them in. So, again, demonstrating on the C sharp, instead of this, you're going to end up with a turn. So I've made the first C sharp longer, and I've pushed the other two notes as close as I can to the end of that beat. Now, in terms of bowing, you might want to bow that turn and the next note together. That can make it a bit easier to coordinate. So for instance, if you were to ornament our scale, I've just done a large slur from the C sharp to the B. Again, you can put them on any of those notes. Or maybe. But these ones are definitely easier if you keep them on one string, trying to change string during a turn. It's not impossible, but it's a little bit awkward, and it's one place where you might decide to substitute a turn for a triplet. That's one of the things that can influence your choices. So for me, the triplet sounds a little bit more laid back. The turn sounds are maybe a little bit snappier. But they're essentially the same shape, just with a slightly different rhythm. So have a bit of an experiment with that. You might find that you like doing turns on particular fingers, on particular strings, and you like doing triplets on different fingers, on different strings. And that's for you to experiment with and find out for yourself. Okay, try it out.